Dr. Emmanuel Mafo, our humaniswa and pay Yenino Edin Komo. Doc, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Now, and I pay both to say.
Oh, Chedian Podaruma, Yahoye.
Doc, Macho Katakoma Transport Ministry, any other agencies are one more involved in the matter of McDan and Seminary GACL or no?
Aye.
But Pacho, for purposes of record, no, Pacho, ministries been a much or more.
Ministry of Transport and
Omope.
Omope.
Pacho, Munya interested in national security, Munya interested in the coordinator, national security, considering that they were in copy of the letter that the GACL put in the public domain.
Oh, the assembly started with transport. And as we go into it, if it becomes necessary, say, the security matters be. In any case, aviation is in charge of security at the airport. I mean, when the plane, and I say aircrafts, safety and security. Somehow, there's an interface, security, for operated through aviation. For now, we thought the matter is between transport ministry and the private investor.
Opani, more interest was saying anything.
Oh, your interest here. So we are the oversight committee for transport ministry, and we as parliament, your jurisdiction to investigate matter beyond ministry be and your interest so no say Ghana ni bia so all your investment and obia or no so pese obe adwuma na Ghana fonya adwuma ye na mrante ni maba wanya adwuma ye no. Government needs to create environment for sa nipa no so obetumi aye na adwuma eno nti se koba se yehu se wantwi bi asi adwuma bi ene aban entemu a in the public interest, in the name of public interest, so say oman no ebenya obi a opese onya oya adwuma edin papa ese Ghana enya na sebi obi oya private investor anwen say Ghana crowd o de wasem anasa ukubi adwuma wo ho a ebi aban no encreate the necessary environment for you to operate and so on and so forth ebenya areshemu say this is a country of law and regulations. And the interest basically was to find out why that confusion, and then if there is any recommendation to make to the ministry or whatever, we will also do that as the oversight committee.
Opani, specifically, what are you seeking to unravel?
Oh, sir, there's a letter stopping a private investor from launching his program in the name of, say, there are some operational and safety protocols that SSO follow. And, we needed to go into it. Send yebehu say there operational difficulties and the woho yes stop from doing the program and send said the mekano yebehu asem nani so na yehu say whether a genuine course of action na airport for and I say there is some obstacle first coincide bi or what be a yede ema obi or person be in adwuma. It is to give the private sector the confidence say oh be ye adwuma wo Ghana ha no mo a so long as you stay within the law ɛsɛ sɛ yɛma wo kwan ma wotumi yɛ w'adwuma ɛno so nkyerɛ sɛ wopɛ sɛ wobɛyɛ w'adwuma so wɔ Ghana ha you want to flout the laws and the parliament is the lawmaker and we just wanted information as to dealing na AC because we were just trying to be proactive yɛntumi ntena hɔ ɛmmɛtwɛ sɛ afei na adeɛ na bɛyɛ twema mentwe na ɛdidi bɔne brɛ ɔman no na ɛsi sɛbi obi nso initiative a bi ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ so ho kwan anaasɛ obi nso dwen sɛ bi a sɛbi me osika a mede bɛbie m'adwuma nti ɔman no nhyehyɛeɛ ɛda hɔ no meso memfa nyɛ adwuma. I mean, we needed to know what was actually happening so that we can properly guide or as it were recommend some actions to the ministry and the private investor.
Upon the heading comment, what you see some keywords be bako a proactive, bako so a supervisory role, mo play as a committee. Will be a bisa say, but for the release by the GACL, Netizens kamu munim hoshe as a committee.
No, because we don't veer into operational matters. Parliament is not an implementation body. Parliament doesn't. We don't get into operational issues. I know you're the work of the executive. The NSA, we pass the law. The executive go and implement the law. And in course of the implementation, if there is an issue, because yenye wotu mi si ebetumi amended the law, say issue be bad. Now we are taking interest, so that we will know whether even the law that we passed is weak, and I say gaps be certain kaya fail, and I say be a implementing law no challenges be a bemu ama kwaima be a there's a conflict as a result of be a lacuna be, and I say could be a mrano kese mrano kan once a month be a mrano ye nifa so ya ansha home right ama implementation no ayedin and it's a problem be and in the implementation of any law the parliament doesn't get, we don't put winning here executive until say issue be better. And I said the Emrane can almost annual report to the parliament. They be in the report, Bibi Womwa, ye doing say ye penchiri mumbi, ye be pesi be kumbium. Otherwise, we don't get into these areas of law, operational issues.
Opani, Moshe Kwan said that na mubeshia the Minister for Air Transport.
Yes, she and that ministry and a committee known the Minister of Transport a meeting and a airport company ne Aviation to explain the issues to the but I think the bottom line is that and there may be the private investor. You see, when you go to airports, Jumaye entirely different from normal construction. Air safety, you can't compromise on it. And we are seeing now, over the years, Ghana has been rated in terms of safety. Any the BIA rate was so because maybe a sure so will be a when if you want to say incidents of air crash and BB or Ghana had that. Almost very strict protocol. So you're a private investor, na say so invest in an airport installation. One way I'll be doing say you perceive frustrating, but airport Jumayano. Pinkra a top baby any quasi it's make of assemble. It's not like normal construction. And I say, it be a name be or waiting a boo and you. I was international standard safety standards. And to be a wee be no, as I say, almost or the block to her, or war be now pursue trap war no crown. As I saw Mobeshe. say na twa na obi twa no emu deep say na be ko because bi na ye the sensitive wire bi kura fa ho ukotwa mu a de be affect bibi or be just a very complex installation. And said that process na operational protocols na AI bebre no and a private investor no probably and thought because also new in the industry. And one way I said America no, you may think say you are being frustrated, but that is the kind of business you are venturing into it. It is more of having a conversation, and they need to. It's just a matter of sitting them down and then exposing them to the industry, and let them know. Say, look, this industry, we don't do things like maybe other industries. This is a very safety because play no enye tua na we mu aka woni unyanko ponko a. Eti yenye industry a yedi safety di agro ho. Eti wo pese obey a player in that industry, you must be prepared to follow very complicated protocol. Eti I've just said by and large that's about it. Eti they will be able to resolve the issue as we have directed.
Metia we now Kase, you kept using the word I am say and the private investor no or you new industry no muntino and no money be how him. But if you read the GACL of what really is on the 12 bontina but so on benanti I mean paragraph 1 can fanchiro was say the GACL have noticed with concern your disregard for the norms of doing business in the aviation sector, which requires strict adherence to safety and security rules. Indeed, you have engaged in several activities without prior approval from the GACL, which have typically called for emergency corrective actions. Was it one major example relates to your commencement of construction of the private jet terminal without a plan of construction operation approval from the GACL? It means that for every step there have been promptings from the GACL say, you don't do this, you don't do this. And so one would expect, say, such a company would know, say, to take any step I must revert to the GACL. It comes to me as a bit of a surprise. I say, and woman, any woman, you.
So, as I'm a Canadian making the same thing in Nayaka. It's the same thing. What I am saying is that GACL, the airport company, is telling the private investors, say, look, this industry, every single thing you want to do, you must show us a plan. Because upese ucha formula na wo bi upese ucha ho di bibisha ho. Sa wo na wo upese ucha ho. Ebi ana enye wo keke. Unni menhuma ye de afam building the airport. Otiase entino ubetwam a esese o ma yehu say ebi e chi na meba betwa ha metwa no deep say bia metwa no just 5 inches and I metwa no bia 12 inches because bia ubetwa no 5 inches a wire bia ni ho ba bia ubetwa akobe 12 there a ubekwa akoto wire sensitive wire bi bia ade na wudi betwa kwa best sparkle bia be ma eja tete. Otiase it is a fire extinguisher wo it is a catcher say wo ba be twakra no a maye me inspect ya bi a won tiase because so say oh na so the ma catcher mu say metwa 5 inches so otiase it metwa 5 inches a wo beba no metwa abra na me wo case but bi a the equipment na wo di betwa no e bi kra e betimi atija it no omo no ba ho a they want to know say okay wo ba betwa o fire extinguisher wo hin ese fire extinguisher wo ho a aye ready say e jacket to be spark wo ho kra no a ubetumi adum no eti na make sure say there are operational protocols yes so details say wo ye private investor na wo unnim industry ni mu a wo be taking it for granted say oh na ye so de bia ye construction ade ye bia ye de we see ha na ye twa we wa ha na yeko eno ne problem a eba it letter na already and any asem na make na the same thing say there are several protocols that say we follow say ye supervise to make sure say who are there now person we no any ye standards of safety no any ade no ebeye pe eno na monye ye oti ase enti na ye stop mo anase ye ka kire mo se montwan mu dwumadie no ensensen and eno aso na me kai say probably because the private investor no oye new to the industry enti no ebia ono so dwen say ade o say ya na ye build ye yi wa ha say ya na ye no ana say what iti ebi kra na workers no kra bia the first time omo ye adwuma wa airport no oti ase iti no a matter of omunya the humility to accept say look this is a new industry yema airport for no omo safety officers no eni yachi na bibia e pese bia ye the plan come no ma approve edu say ye be ya na afre omo no ma begina ho no mo ye ne ye hwe oye no no mo hwe okay ade amoye ye behia say mo de nsuo besi ha ye behia say mo de fire extinguisher beba ha juma mo be behia say ye be alert fire service so mo standing in readiness because a high security zone ade you know sane man no very detailed and no na cover problem ne buy it we are saying the same things
opani maybe so enti asem no ye makan we.
Oh, sure. At the end of the day, no, they will have to go back and have a sitting. As I said, airport company, no, any aviation, your friend is a private investor, no, extra cotonasi, and now omoye, a friend is saying a kind of a meeting. Now all the concerns now, omu raising. Na fe almost pe kwan papa on bafa so a on betimi e a resolve enti said the make an problem bia in the only problem na they say you must be ready to follow the existing protocols aye de ye adwuma wa ha eno ano no so ti ase nya abotre aha no airport adwuma no ebi a we fine bi a wo usika o pese wo ye wade no the way but ye no ye nya ne sa ye be ma kwan mo ya every step bia no ye wo be bia ma ye susu ni yen hwe se ade krono a wo ye no ene ye protocol no fa
me final one
no betuma akoso ayo
me final one the pointer GACL ekacho say wo postpone the inauguration of one private jet launch now. They proceeded to do so in defiance of the GACL, no. And also, everyone say company one more any the regulations of the airport and one more air Madiana.
No, I don't know the your friend say make the Sebu Apaya and I said, and I said, yeah, I'm sad mekan and I said, any dahon so because they were told to stop and they went ahead to do it. And I know the sanctions were hot because Uber rent and now Uber baby the year a Juma company no one share agreement. It is a company no case a way now anya not just say and then also na we don't support that. In most cases, or in many cases, you have private investors who think they have their resources and they want to do something. And sometimes Ghana Hano Uberse only panel say Mrane Shishabi or Krano Peso Buna Nigusu. So and those there enya there SSC and Mahon Quine because as I say institutions of the state are strong. Na omutimi yo madwuma sebe asem bi kosi sesi anu a obia besa de nanu asi airport ayi for so say mo na mokoma o microphone ayi license mokoma kwan so mo operate private whatever launch private airline and I say omo operate the airport terminal 1 airport and asem kosi mo na mo ahwe no mo anyesi ubun say ye nyina ye baba be ka bi the blame to a Ghana airport so. It is an institution be a juma according to law they are as I said your tiny na omoye enti me gye say private it should be a lesson sanction be as airport company the mom no efata sell some the mom in accordance with law na fe ye nyina so yesua de wom say ukoye bibia na say uko aban dwuma bim na procedure na ewo ho no yes sometimes the bureaucracy in the public sector no bit nemom no obene den nyabotre na follow the omon hyehyɛ no so that at the end of the day the BBC yankoblemu omo a yɛde sɛ adwumadi na hyɛ ɔmo sa
medo say doc kana pese oje me na edin komo Dr. Emmanuel Mafo, Member of Parliament, for Krum constituency, and edin komo